you're with the band Heaven's Basement. Can I ask, actually, because I've
Yeah.
been reading about you and there's been quite a few lineup changes. The band basically got together in 2008. How long have you been in it?
So I've been in there since the beginning. Yeah, I'm kind of me and Sid are the founding members of the band. Really, it started in 2008. Then there was a few changes between 2009 and 2010. We used to actually be a five-piece, and now we met Aaron and Rob and became a four-piece over time.
Well, I think part of the reason that has happened is because you seem to have done really well right from the first time you got on stage. You've been touring with everyone.
Yeah. I mean, since day one of the band, we just started playing shows straight away. In 2008, we'd go everywhere across England, and then that spread into places like Germany and Holland. And then bands would start coming up from the States, like Blackstone Cherry and Shinedown, Papa Roach, and we started getting offered tours with all these kind of bands. So it was a very kind of ascension really into playing these great shows after just touring everywhere ourselves, and word of mouth spreading that we were a good band to play with. You know?
Well, you've played with, as you said, Papa Roach, and you've opened for Bon Jovi, and you've played on a festival with Ramstein and the Deftones and Airborne and the Cult. You've played with everyone.
Yeah. It's been amazing, really. And in the space of a few years, 3-4 years, I can't think of many bands we've not been on a bill with, whether it be a festival lineup or a direct support or something like that. And so many countries as well, from Canada to Estonia, Spain, Italy, basically every country in Europe. And obviously we're taking that now one step further. We've come into places like Australia next year.
Yeah, well, you're going to half of Europe before you come to Australia too. Do you ever actually take breaks?
This year, no, we've actually not really, apart from like a time like now, which is in between tours. We came back from a 12-week US tour a few days ago, and we start a 4-week European tour on Friday. So it's usually just a case of coming back and washing the contents of your bag and getting some new clothes ready for the start of the next tour. To be honest, this year we've been doing both North America and Europe side by side. So it's like a month in one place and then a month in another. So you've got to make the most of the time. So we've not really taken any time at all, to be honest, any downtime.
Yeah, is this everything you dreamed it'd be or more?
It's everything in the aspect of playing the shows every night and playing your instrument, which is the first reason you get into it. But, going to a place for the first time, a country or a city for the first time you don't know anything about is always an exciting feeling. So, you get to experience a lot of things you didn't expect. And that's definitely one of the best things about touring. It's essentially a holiday where you have to play, you get to play a show in the evening, and then the rest of the time you're travelling around and meeting people that you've never met and visiting places you've never seen before, which is a really fun thing for us guys.
Is this going to be your first trip to Australia?
Yeah, it is, for all of us actually.
Right. Well, are you, I suppose, pretty excited about that? You've been virtually everywhere else.
Yeah, can't wait. Really excited for it. It's like, and it's the perfect thing to do. A festival like Soundwave is the perfect introduction to Australia. We're going to be playing to the majority of the country's rock audience and rock fans and metal fans. Regardless of how many people actually come and see us on our shows, the whole environment of that festival is going to be a really good introduction to Australia, and hopefully it'll lead on to more opportunities for us to come over.
Yeah. Who on the Soundwave Festival that you haven't played with are you most looking forward to seeing?
There's only a few bands we've probably not played with, to be honest. Out of the bigger bands, we've played with all the headliners on festivals this summer. With Green Day we played with in Finland on a festival. Avenged Sevenfold we played with on our recent US tour at a festival. It's going to be good to play with bands like Biffy Clyro and Asking Alexandria, our fellow countrymen. It always feels good when you're in a different country and you kind of team up with a band from the same place. It's going to be good playing with bands that we've never played with as well before, meeting new friends and discovering new music.
When you are retired and you're in the old people's home and you're telling your stories, people are going to probably think you're crazy because no one's going to believe everything you've done.
Yeah, definitely. I think sometimes people think that now.
Well, at least you know it, and
Definitely.
you've got lots of memories, I suppose, that you take everywhere with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what is there left for Heaven's Basement? Is there a goal that you haven't done yet that you really want to?
Yeah, I mean, our goals are, like, we have the highest of ambitions, really, in terms of where we want to be and where we want to go. You know, we want to headline festivals, and we want to become that band that people aspire to influence other bands in the future, just like the bands that we're influenced by, whether it be Rage Against the Machine or Led Zeppelin or Muse. We want to become one of those names in the future, and we'll continue to write songs and make albums and tour the world until we get to that point. Or that's our aim anyway. That's all you can ever do, really.
And do you, well, you obviously love playing live. How do you feel about having to go into the studio and lay tracks down and that?
That's good fun as well. I mean, for me, it's not as good as playing live and touring, but you know, you've got to record albums and you have to do them, and that's also a great fun process. And making music and making our songs is one of the most enjoyable and satisfying things we can do, really, because there's no great feeling for us than working on a song that we know is going to work well for us, and there's going to be a live set, and people are going to get excited about, you know, that process of jamming it out and rap is always one of the best feelings of being in a band.
Yeah, and with everything, you've only released 2 EPs, and early this year you released your debut album.
Yeah.
And you've got the single Fire Fire off of that. Have you released any other singles off of it?
Yeah, we've released I'm Electric and Heartbreaking Son of the Bitch in the UK, and we have our second US single coming out at the end of January, which is to be confirmed what song it's be.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So when do you think you'll be heading back into the studio to work on album number 2?
Probably towards the end of next year we'll start slowing down on the touring and start thinking of, you know, start getting the next album in gear, because we've still got a lot of touring to do next year. You know, places like Australia we're coming to for the first time, and obviously we're also still doing a lot in Europe and North America, so there's still a lot for us to take on, really, and we don't feel ready to do an album yet. It still feels fresh for us touring this album, so we'll get to that point where we've got the most out of Filthy Empire and the touring of that album, and also when we feel that we're material ready for album number 2.
Do you find it, as a band, easy to write while you're touring, or do you need to take some time away to actually get the writing done?
It's not easy, but everyone finds their own ways, really, to do it in their own time, whether it's just writing lyrics when we're travelling or, you know, writing a riff on an acoustic, something. That's really all we can do at the moment, you know, because the only time we get to play the four of us together is when we're on stage playing the shows. So we'll have to put aside time to actually go into a room and jam out the ideas as a 4-piece. But up until that moment, everyone will just be doing bits and pieces. Because then when we do get in a room, you've got X amount of ideas that have been thrown together in X amount of time that everyone's kind of got. So there'll be a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah, I was going to say, with all the shows you do, you probably don't really need to do a lot of rehearsing because you don't ever get stale.
Nah, I don't think we've probably not rehearsed for about 2 years, to be honest, because there's no need to. We play every night, and that's good enough. That's enough for us. The only rehearsing time we do is to work on new ideas, and again, there's no time for that at the moment with the amount of touring.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you will be, of course, as you said, coming to Soundwave Festival in Australia in February next year, which kicks off in Brisbane on the 22nd of February and then goes to Sydney the 23rd, Melbourne on the 28th, Adelaide on the 1st of March, and then Perth on the 3rd. And where to from there?
We're still working on it. After that, we could possibly be staying in that part of the world, and maybe we might go to Asia for the first time. We could be in the States after that, or we could be back to Europe. We're not quite sure yet. We're still working out. We'll definitely be going somewhere else for some shows, that's for sure.
People should go and like you on Facebook, facebook.com/Heaven's Basement, and they can keep an eye out for everywhere you're going.
Definitely, because we might be playing some other shows in Australia as well as part of the side shows to Soundwave, so people should definitely go and check out our pages for information on any of those as it comes in.
And when you do a sideshow, you don't like do it under a secret name or anything. It's going to be Heaven's Basement.
Yeah, if we're doing it, we'll do them as Heaven's Basement. But at the moment, we have no idea if those will happen or when they'll happen. It's just a case of seeing what will come our way at the moment.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. And you've also got a website, heavensbasement.com.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty nice looking website too. And
yeah, man. Videos, merch, all that, tour dates, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, at the moment you've got the video for Fire up there. You've made videos for the other 2 tracks, I guess.
Yeah, we've got videos for I'm Electric, Heartbreaking Son of a Bitch, Nothing Left to Lose, and we also have 2 other videos that are waiting to come out when the time's right.
Right.
So there's a lot going on.
Yeah, we'll look forward to something being released on the eve of your hitting Australian shores.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. I very much look forward to seeing you when you get down here. And
great. We can't wait.
Yeah, hearing what you release in the future, because you're a very exciting band.
Thank you, man. Really excited to come down and play Australia for the first time. So everyone, come and check out our show.
Thank you, and have a good day or evening or whatever it is over there.
Yeah, it's daytime now. Yeah, it's 9:30 a.m. in the morning. So it's all good.
Thanks
a lot for your time. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.